question. Why is it that Fab morning radio hosts act like podcasting is a phase? Bro, your morning show is a phase. Funk that.
Doors closing.
Hi, this is Ryan Hoppy's mom, and you're listening to Hoppy Hour.
Welcome back to Hoppy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Yes, now. Now. If I hit this button, boom, the whole program's gonna start. Okay, well, hit it. All right.
Hoppy Hour starts in 4, 3, 2. Hoppy. This is Hoppy Hour with Hoppy.
Where we at? Always going in, never doubt it. Never worry about the dollar. Need a source or trending topic. Be the hottest, search about his competition. Microscopic, never copied. I'm a giant rolling weed up, now we flying. H-O-B-B-E. 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 You already know how we are in the system.
Wakey. This is gonna get your attention, I tell you, man.
We got a great show tonight. Do you know what time it is?
Nope.
But I did say it would get your attention.
Oh, it's early morning, actually.
Whoa! Don't attack before I've had my coffee.
Just calmly pour yourself a cup of joe and focus.
Get yourself a cup of coffee.
Wake yourself up.
Wake up. Let the games begin.
I guess today is National Grape Day, but the prep service did not make a video. So let's give National Grape Day a round of applause. Even though I'm not a fan of grapes whatsoever. I like grape-flavored things. Like grape soda, grape suckers, grape lube. And you're going down on a girl. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I don't like the actual fruit unknown as grapes. I know that's weird, but this just in. I'm a little weird. Okay.
This is not headline news. Memorial Day weekend set a record in movie theaters. The record? Stickiest floors.
Wow.
Britney Spears lit a cigarette on an airplane. She put it out after the flight attendant explained she wasn't flying Spirit. Pit bulls have been named the most dangerous dog breed. You can read more about it in the latest issue of the New England Journal of No Duh. And an investment group is in talks to buy OnlyFans for $8 billion. However, for $9 billion, they can get OnlyFans to do some really dirty stuff. This is not headline news.
I don't know. I feel like OnlyFans kind of passed its prime during COVID in 2021. More people were willing to, pay for it. But now it's like, no. I can go on youjizz.com. That's what was nice last week about being in Illinois, was I could go on Pornhub. Because this just in, I am not giving a porn site my driver's license.
We understand you're upset that Southwest started charging for baggage. Guess what? We don't care. Who else are you going to use? Frontier? That's like taking a bus that flies. Spirit? The airline where the cockroaches complain about the passengers? Sorry, but if you want a cheap flight that doesn't expose you to hepatitis, we're all you got. So stop whining and pay the baggage fee. Also, get ready to sit on the tarmac for an hour because your flight's delayed. Southwest Airlines, got a problem with that? Kiss our butt.
Yeah, it's kind of how I felt when I was at United Airlines. Freaking O'Hare Airport is just so rude. And yes, I get that you're under a lot of pressure. I get that job is not ideal and not everybody wants to do it. But hey, It's your job, and we're all human beings. So quit being douchebags. All right. Tom Brady got booed at the Indianapolis 500. People were surprised. It's in Indianapolis, home of Peyton Manning. Why would they cheer him? What a fake laugh. Is that the Bob and Tom show? I'm just kidding. I love Bob and Tom. Grown men are wishing their friends a sweet dream on TikTok.
I'll just call and tell you good night. Sweet dreams. I'm about to lay down, bro. I'm about to get in the bed. I just want to call and tell you good night. Sweet dreams.
Why are you telling
about to jerk off?
Good night.
I hope you sleep tight, bro.
What do you have going? What is it? Sweet dreams? I'm what's going on? Are you good?
Yeah, bro. I can't wish that you sleep good tonight.
Don't call my phone. What you mean you gonna sleep tight?
Hey, I was just calling to say goodnight.
Are you joking?
No.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I remember the last time someone said goodnight to me.
All right, this clip from Billy Madison describes how I feel after listening to that.
Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
That's how I felt. Demons on a Ouija board predicted today is the end of the world. All right, let's wait. Is God going to just strike us with lightning and we all go down, down? I mean, I'm waiting. We always hear it's going to be the end of the world. It's coming, but it never actually comes.
Me and my husband have essentially been talking to something on a Ouija board that goes by the name of Seven, who has been telling us that
kind of reminds you of Stranger Things.
The world is going to end May 27th, 2025. And I have pages and pages and pages of our correspondence with this thing. I don't know what any of this is, but it felt like the right time to share this with people. TikTok felt like the right place for it.
All right, well, wasn't 2012 supposed to be when the world ended? I mean, I think the world ended in 2020. I just think we're just living after that. Here is a YouTuber spoof on watching the TV news.
Breaking news, everything is bad. It's just as terrible as you imagined, and probably worse. With more, we go to Tom Lee Cruz. Tom Lee.
We're all endangered.
What can we do?
Absolutely nothing.
It was good knowing you, Tom Lee.
I can't say the same.
That was unnecessary. We're just now getting in reports that all the children have exploded. They will be missed. Let's check in with Olivia Lee Rodrigo. Olivia Lee, where are you?
That's none of your business. Do you hear that? Cut the music. Do you hear that?
What do you hear?
That's the sound of us slowly dying. Can you hear it?
I can hear it. It's louder in my left ear.
856-49 Hoppe. And finally, Pace University had their graduation, and an AI voice was used.
Kelly Danko, Sophia Cicero, Emily Acosta, Sabrina Ali, Jeremy Brosnan,
Hayden Tops.
Oh, that was weird.
Caitlin Egan, Sierra James.
The sad part is it sounds pretty normal. Has a little less of the soul to it, but you know that the company wanted to save money and fire a bunch of people and then make 4 people do one job. Kind of like radio.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Happy Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Let's go, Merv.
doing what I was doing before I even knew how to rap. What was that? Follow you round, find out where you hide it at. Okay, tell you off, turn around, make you bad. That's right. Matter of fact, tell whoever you plug with. Tell them try to tax me, I get on some stick up shit. I say it's a goal, run in your crib, lay you on the floor, put the pole in your rib. Like you know what this is, homie, open that safe. You either lower that quick or catch a hole in your face. See, around the way I'm known for doing home invasion. All types of grinding licks, nigga, you name it. About business, gotta get it, pimpin', I'm about money. It's what'll happen if this rapping shit don't work out for you.
Rap don't work, it's back to the block. I'm in the kitchen, they go cooking the rock. We make it pop, pop. I'm good with the pop. Now what it do? We ready to rock.
I keep the paper on my mind, stay on the grind. You never catch a hustler struggling, that's out of line. I'm steady flipping zippers, you flipping dimes. And I bet you ain't with a chopper, ain't precise it in mine. Still cock and squeeze, I ain't gon' talk about it. I treat this money like the fop and never leave without it here. If you got it, and I'm feeling like I want it bad, I'll stick his ass up fast for that little cash. Give it up, you want it done right, better do it yourself. The more mix you hit it with, the quicker it melt. I'm in the telly with some baggies in the digital. County in the back mixing up the chemicals. Yeah, if rap don't work and niggas still gotta eat. You wanna beef, big Ruger, keep a lot of heat. Yeah, even my baby mama keep it in the baby seat. Show money, blow money, yeah, other week.
Rap don't work, it's back to the block. I'm in the kitchen, they go cooking the rock. We make it pop, pop. I'm good with the pop. Now what it do? We ready to rock, rock.
If rap don't work, I ain't finna trip. I'ma take it to the block and chop another zip. Fat rat sitting back watching Dro tip. $100 bills busting out the money clips. Another hit, check the spins on the BDS. I'm a star and they ain't see me on the TV yet. Even if it's wet, I'ma make it flip. Rap don't work, it's back. You can trip.
There he is, come on. Hey Mooney, I see you got your buzz up.
Yeah.
If rapping don't work for you, what you gonna do?
Back to the block.
Whatever.
There you have it.
It's back to the block. I'm in the kitchen, they go cooking the rock. We make
Drugs is big, dudes.
I'm good with the pop. Now what it
LAP's August Boys with if rap don't work. 2008. I do. All right, there you go.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Hi. This following segment has been brought to you by Daisy Beezy Honey. DaisyBeezyHoney.com. But I tell you, they got the best Delta 8 CBD honey around. Man of my words, it comes in the form of a lollipop. Like the lollipop, the rapper. A honey stick or a jar of honey. However the hell you want to get high, go to DaisyBeezyHoney.com and at checkout use promo code HOPPE, HOPPE, to save 20%. Why is it that trolls talk bad about my podcast and other people's podcasts? Until you have the guts to make your own, shut the fuck up. And fuck that.
Doors closing.
Dizzy's a bitch.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Happy Hour!
Got it.
Hey, this is Drew Lane, Detroit radio legend from the Drew Lane podcast. Ha! And you're listening to the Ryan Hoppe Hour.
Hustlers for the hustlers, the grinders, and the go-getters. This is Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
It's time for Hoppe's Inbox, only on Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Oh, yeah. My freaking inbox exploded. I made that rant yesterday about Brittany Griner, and we got 50 comments on TikTok in a day. And let me see here. I'm going to grab my mic and hold it, because I'm going to read them from the screen. Because I have a microphone holder. It doesn't matter. It's an audio thing. You can't even see it. Caitlin Clark all the way. Brittany Griner should still be in Russia. I'd be mad as hell if I was a 7-foot-tall dude and Caitlin Clark still beat me like a drum, even with a bad hamstring. All right. I'm all for ripping into Brittany Griner. That racist douchebag. But I don't like when people call her a man or Michelle Obama a man. Gonna reeks of racism. Joe Biden brought him back and gave up the Merchant of Death. If you ever watched The Lord of War with Nicolas Cage, is the dude we traded for. When you trade for somebody based off of a Nicolas Cage movie, that's no good. WNBA has become a joke. I have stopped watching since the drama. Let's be honest. Is anybody watching? The only racism in the WNBA is black women against white women. I do think there is some racism against the black people, but that's just a comment. I went on NBA Pass and saw exactly what she said. Number one, she had nothing to do with Caitlin Clark. Number two, she was followed out from a black girl. She said effing whack call. I don't really think that's it, but if you want to believe that, he should be in prison. This dude is racist. Yeah, she's a woman. Although the picture of her shirtless, you're not really helping your cause, honey. He's a freaking loser. Stay at home. She. This is the thing. Is both sides have to throw insults. Obviously, Brittany Griner's racist. Obviously, she's terrible, but it's still a woman. She called her trash as well. It's open season on white players. You know, I see that lady that was in prison in Russia. I believe she's going to go back to prison. Oh, whatever. So there's Hoppe's Inbox. It just feels a little off whenever you have people calling them a man. You don't see them calling Angel Reese a man. Now, I know Brittany Griner resembles a man. We're still kind of sexist and racist. Listen, I'm a loudmouth. All right, enough of that music. I say it like it is, but I still am woke enough. Let me put this microphone back. Alrighty. This clip from The Critic describes how I feel about award shows. Should probably, unmute the website.
Just think, down there between New York and LA, all the people who go to my movies.
Look, Pa, the 925 to Hollywood.
Yep, those are the folks who fill our lives with blockbuster movies, moronic situation comedies, award shows where award shows win awards. Get my gun, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelts. We're being shot at by farmers again.
All right, that reminds me every time. Last night was the American Music Awards, and everybody was talking about it online. These award shows are so pretentious, but it's just people trying to give each other awards. And I really like that. But then there is this. Here's someone from the American Music Awards all looking for attention.
Happy Hot Topic!
Heidi Montag is debuting her new look on the 2025 American Music Awards.
I thought it was Montag. Montag sounds like an STD.
Red carpet. The Hills.
Because she is a walking STD.
Alum debuts a bold new hairstyle as she arrives at the 2025 American Music Awards.
She looks like a soccer mom with big boobs.
On May 26th. After years of sporting her signature long blonde hair, the 38-year-old stuns in a blonde bob as she
stuns. Quick kissing on her ass. She ain't gonna bang you, bud.
Walks the red carpet with her husband Spencer Pratt. As for why Heidi decided to change her look, the mom of two, who shares kids Gunnar and Riker with Spencer, tells Entertainment Tonight, "We just thought we'd switch it up a little bit and keep it fresh.
Hell yeah, you know Spencer banged her out later on.
I've never done this, so it's very exciting and just a moment."
Midlife crisis.
Following her evening out, Heidi gushes about her new look and date night with her man, writing on X,
"Spencer Pratt's a douchebag.
Had so much fun at the AMAs tonight. Feeling glamorous in this look by the Blondes NY."
Alright, it's a visual, but oh, good old Honey Montag. Alright, this next headline. Alright, I have a lot of Christian listeners that listen. Hi, Anthony! And everybody else that's Christian. So I'm not going to go deep into it, because usually I like going deep, but I'm not on this. I'm going to tell you, I don't believe that Joe Rogan is Christian. Joe Rogan supposedly is going to Mass now in Texas. I believe he's doing this because A, there's going to be some type of allegation that's going to come out kind of like Russell Brand. Or B, he's trying to go full conservative because he lives in Texas. Again, if you want to believe in God, that's fine. But you know what? Whatever. I just don't believe. I was up in Chicago, I think you knew that, and my mom's family was trying to convert me, and her friends and my family. No, I just don't believe. I want to believe. I am so jealous of people that believe. That must be wonderful. That must be the best feeling ever. McDonald's abruptly closes 5 of his cosmic restaurants. They were trying out the new thing. McDonald's, I'm telling you right now, is absolutely freaking out of their mind. Why are they out of their mind? It is the same price to get better takeout. You know, like if you spend $22 at McDonald's, you can easily get Chinese takeout if you want. You can get a pizza. You can get a rotisserie chicken and mashed potatoes at Publix. You can get food at Aldi's. And McDonald's is like, why are our sales at a record low? Because you're freaking McDonald's and your meat is probably made out of the clay. Remember the clay you could get at Toys R Us that came in that little cup? That's probably what your food's made out of. The only reason anybody ever went to McDonald's is because of the cheap prices. You always paid for it the next morning, but in the moment it was fine. And I don't want to hear anybody go, "Oh, Mom, you can use the app." Here's the thing. McDonald's was cool because it was like you're freaking hungry. And you're like, you know what, I'll take 10 McNuggets and freaking fries and a drink for $10. No, it's no good. But when you actually go on an app and you're planning on buying McDonald's, you're like, I don't want to do this. You feel like a freaking loser. And yeah, I know there's deals on there. I freaking get it. And actually, I kind of want McDonald's right now, but I'm not going to do it. I guess a lot of madness is going on the Kelly Clarkson show, and they fear a collapse on the show as the future of the show looms. Because there were rumors that she wants to quit the show, and the staff's not feeling too stable. Everyone loves Kelly, and she's a wonderful person, I guess, but supposedly Hoda Kotb might be replacing Kelly Clarkson. Here's the thing. Here's what's funny. Is the fact that I thought Hoda Kotb retired because of her kids. I got to take care of my kids. Got to be there for my kids. Why is it all of a sudden now you want to host a talk show? Yeah, I know. Doing the Kelly Clarkson show. You're sleeping in. They probably record at like noon. I don't know if it's live. What time does Kelly Clarkson record her show? Around 11:15 a.m. So you can sleep until 7 or 8. Afternoon tapings begin at 3. So I get that. Maybe she left the Today Show because of this thing known as having to get up early. And maybe she didn't want to do that anymore. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, she pulled a Tom Brady because 3 months later, she wants to host her own show. You pretty much lied to us. This just in, the media lying to us, that never happens.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
What it is? I go by the name Solo. And I got a new dance for the Midwest.
The associates.
We call this here the chicken wine. I don't do no bird walk, I do my chicken wine. I don't do no steak leg, I do my chicken wine. I don't do no bird walk, no, I do my chicken wine. Put that thing up on the floor, cause block gon' smash up in this thing. Shorty over there, she getting it, man. Shorty over there, she getting it too. Right hand up, while your left leg down, little mama, show me what that booty do. Bet you can't do it like me, hell no. Bet you can't do it like her, hell no. Bet you can't do the chicken wing like me in the VIP when the DJ turn this on. I don't do no bird walk, I do my chicken wine. I don't do no steak leg, I do my chicken wine. I don't do no bird walk, I do my chicken wine. I don't do no steak leg, I do my chicken wine. When I'm in the club, you know I do my chicken wine. I love doing my chicken wine like I love eating chicken wine. First you take your right leg, then you start to wiggle. You take your arms, move them around just like a chicken. Just like that, now you make a circle when your legs get to wobbling. And then you feel the bass, then your head start to knock. Chicken wine, I don't do no bird walk, I do my chicken wine. I don't do no steak leg, I do my chicken wine. I don't do no bird walk, I do my chicken wine. I don't do no steak leg, I do my chicken wine. Yeah, you know my name. Yeah. Solo in this thing. Solo. I do my thing, I make it bang, I do my chicken wine. That's right. I'm going off that Bacardi, I feel it in my body. When the song come on, shorty gon' get gone, let's get loose in this party. Go right, to the left, to the left, to the right. Go up, not down, turn around, that's right. Now pause for a second and just look up in the sky. Now do your chicken wine, that's how we do it in the show. I don't do no bird walk, I do my chicken wine. I don't do no steak leg, I do my chicken wine. I don't do no bird walk, I do my chicken wine. I don't do no steak leg, I do my chicken wine. You know what it is.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment has been brought to you by Fortify.com. FORTIFEYE.com for the best pre- and post-workout around. Comes in the form of coconut caramel and fruit punch. Protein powder. Good for your little protein powder shake. Shake it in, as Scott Farrell would say. Fortify.com, FORTIFEYE.com. At checkout, use promo code Ryan20. This is also being brought to you by Amir Academy of Martial Arts at amiracademy.com, 2700 22nd Street North, and that's in St. Petersburg. Women's self-defense classes, kids classes, MMA classes, whatever the hell you need, go to Amir Academy of Martial Arts at amiracademy.com. WestChasePrinting.com, the best printing company in all of the Bay Area. At checkout on the invoice, tell them I sent you. Are you mentally ill and you need help? CounselingOnCall.net if you're in Florida and Maryland, tell them I sent you. And finally, Rich Keeley Master Barbershop at richkbarber.com, 4545 West Kennedy Boulevard. Sign up at richkbarber.com to save $10. All right, we're going to come back on Happy Hour, and we're going to keep this party going. Here is Hammer and Hank.
Hello again. It's your favorite San Francisco DJ, Hammer and Hank. I may look normal, but the truth is, I have a condition known as autism. That's right, it's a condition, not a disease. Fact is, autism can strike anyone, regardless of who they are. People with autism normally have difficulties in verbal and non-verbal communication skills, social interactions, and leisure activities. In a recent study, people with autism are less likely to have a job and more likely to become homeless. I beat the odds by having loving friends and family, having a college education. I have even worked in the San Francisco Bay Area as an honored personality for many years. Always remember that people with autism want the same things as you, to be happy and successful. To find out more about autism, please contact your local mental health center or visit autismspeech.org. This is Hammer and Hank, and I appreciate your kindness.
Why is it that my Uber drivers, when they find out I'm in radio, ask for me to follow them, but then don't follow me back? Come on now. Funk that.
Doors closing.
Now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Happy Hour!
Me, Ryan, Hoppe.
Hey, what's up? I'm Woody. That's Greg Gorey.
What's up?
Menace.
Hi.
Gina Grad.
Hey.
Seabass. There's Sammy.
Hello.
We are The Woody Show.
Yeah.
And you are listening to Happy Hour.
Yeah.
With Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, man. It's Kid Chris.
What up?
The Happy Hour podcast.
That's me.
Look, man, I'm a fucking girl dad.
Whatever.
I'm driving my kids to cheer practice and shit. I have no time to record a fucking liner for your podcast.
You
this
just
Happy
did,
Hour
though.
thing. Okay.
If the movie Project X was a radio show, it would be Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Now what? Now what? How what? Tune in worldwide. Hoppy got the vibe. 6'9" towering minds collide. Sex tales, dating tips, spilling the tea. On air giant, world buzzing about the spree. Happy hour, turn it up. Worldwide power from the tower of truth. Every gossip devour. Late night flames with the rhythm of throwback.
Yeah.
Step into the show, ain't no holding back. Happy hour, turn it up. Worldwide power from the tower of truth. Every gossip devour. Late night flames with the rhythm of throwback.
Oh, sure.
Step into the show, ain't no holding back. Microphone
856
The world in stitches.
49 Hoppy.
School with Beatz
At 856-494-6773.
When a DJ spin Hoppy.
You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio. You can always email me, RyanHoppyRadio@gmail.com.
Throwback flows while the world's getting sloppy. Celebrity dirt, flipping words like karate. Every moment electric, ain't nothing shoddy. Happy hour, turn it up. Worldwide power from the tower of truth. Every gossip devour, late night flames with the rhythm of throwbacks. Step into the show, ain't no holding back. Dating dudes in love.
All right, enough of that.
Happy Hot Topic!
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce resurfacing in Florida, where
Yeah, they have been hidden lately.
Travis is training for the NFL preseason
Yeah, you know, this job or whatever.
after months out of the public eye.
I'm wondering if this is going to be his last season or the next season is, so then he can do a goodbye tour.
It's my getaway from the craziness.
Fans spotted the two stopping into Harry's in West Palm Beach for
Where was my invite?
a late-night dinner on Saturday, spending the holiday weekend in the Sunshine State instead of Sin City.
Yeah, you know, he wants to stay away from the side chicks.
For the return of the American Music Awards,
Ugh, God.
Taylor shut out from any wins at Monday's show.
Oh, poor baby. It's almost like she didn't release any new music.
Where do you think Taylor's been all this time?
Here's Nikki Glazer. Oh, my God. I like Nikki Glazer. She's funny. But she's getting that Howard Stern syndrome where now that she's getting so famous, she wants to be accepted. Like on Jordan Hudson's post, she's like, leave them alone. That's her PR person. Like, stop. Be yourself. Stop trying to be accepted.
By the way.
I hope relaxing, enjoying her life, being the normal girl, hanging out with her boyfriend. Like,
safe to say that Swiftie got her wish.
I love how they cut her off.
Taylor and Travis have been laying low for most of 2025. A source telling ET in February the couple was focused on relaxing and taking time off
Let him loose.
after the Super Bowl and the Eras tour.
Yeah, you know, the whole thing where he lost badly and she worked her ass off.
it was an amazing experience.
They popped back up for the first time a couple weeks ago for Mother's Day in Philadelphia, where Taylor got to meet Travis's newest niece,
I wonder if she's getting any baby fever.
Finley.
She's met her. You're fortunate to have them all in.
Whatever. All right, what the hell is going on with these two autistic people?
Happy Hot Topic!
Grimes and Elon.
Grimes cancels a Pride performance to deal with family issues.
She probably didn't want to deal with Elon being like, oh, the woke mind virus. Shut up, you're a virus.
The singer, whose real name is Claire-Elise Boucher, is
I'd call myself Grimes too if that was my name.
apologizing to fans over pulling out of her upcoming performance in
You know her baby daddy doesn't pull.
Washington, D.C., celebrating World Pride in order to deal with family issues.
Whatever.
In the May 26th social media message, Grimes shares that she is so sorry and regretful. She continues, I want to say that I am aware the situation has been a great inconvenience to the fans for some time.
Trust me, with the economy going down and prices going up, that's what I was trying to say. No one's thinking about your tour, honey.
And I am truly determined to make sure this is no longer the case very soon.
Whatever.
She adds, I hope this is early enough and gives people enough time if they wish to change their plans, and I will make this up to you guys very soon.
Thanks, baby.
This is not the first time that the 37-year-old who shares kids X-Ash A12, X-A-Dark Sidereal, and Technomechanicus with Elon.
God, those kids are going to be douchebags if you name them that. I know God.
Musk has alluded to challenges within their personal life.
Yeah, you know, dealing with his loser ass.
Especially when it comes to co-parenting.
God, there's showing like footage of them on the red carpet. They're so freaking awkward.
Back in February, Grimes took to social media to share a
Grimes and Elon is when Elon peaked. She made him half normal.
With Elon, who shares 14 children with 4 women,
All right, there you go. I don't care. What the hell is going on right here?
Happy Hot Topic!
Joe Jonas is praising ex-wife Sophie Turner.
I hope they can get along.
Nearly 2 years after the former couple announced their breakup, the singer shares insight into how he and the Game of Thrones star are raising their daughters.
Well, you should get along. You have kids involved. If you don't have kids involved, whatever. But when you got kids involved, it's probably good to get along.
4-year-old Willa and 2-year-old Delphine.
Whatever.
In a video posted to social media of Jay Shetty's On Purpose live tour show,
I don't like Jay Shetty. He's just so freaking smarmy. And he's like every Gen Xer's like favorite guy. Like, oh, shut up.
In Hollywood, Florida, May 23rd, Joe can be heard saying, I have a beautiful co-parenting relationship that I'm really grateful for.
I'm proud of you, dude. You had a bad breakup, but you're making it work.
Having an incredible mom, Sophie, for those girls is like a dream come true. The 35-year-old who's divorced from Sophie was...
God, he looks good for freaking 35. Almost said fucking 35. I can swear. I don't know why I did.
Finalized in September 2024, then adds that having strong female role models for his daughters is of the utmost importance.
Hell yeah. What a good guy.
Telling the podcast host, as young girls, looking up to great women is what I want for them. I think what values I want for them are to be open-minded and have a big heart. Be able to walk into any room and feel confidence and know that they can do literally anything they want.
You go, bro.
Joe and Sophie, who called it quits in September 2023 after
wow, that's almost 2 years.
4 years of marriage, have seemingly come a long way in their co-parenting journey.
Yeah, it takes about 2 years or whatever.
Following their split, the two were embroiled in a tense custody dispute.
Yeah, but once that was over, it's all good.
Before coming to an agreement in October 2023.
Whatever. All right. Let me see here. What's going on with this freaking mutant?
Happy Hot Topic!
Sister wives Janelle, Christine, and Mary Brown are fighting back after Cody Brown said he never loved them and
what a douchebag. God. First of all, you're Mormon, which is weird enough.
Only ever loved Robin.
Can you imagine how that makes your exes feel?
Speaking with host Suki Krishnan on May 25th, Cody says,
I am definitely guilty of going through a breakup scenario where I was like, I never loved them.
Yeah, I'm sure they're feeling the same about you, scumbag. Make all men look bad.
Marriage relationship has to be nurtured. Robin was good at communicating with me, at loving me.
And negotiating with you.
Yes.
He doesn't like being corrected by women, I can tell.
And respecting herself.
He has scumbag vibes. I wouldn't want him dating my daughter.
There was some affinity.
But I can't have a daughter because I had a vasectomy.
That I had for Robin that was significant. And in my mind, I wanted to elevate all my relationships to that point.
But in response, Mary says,
I think it's an easy way to blow off the fact that he doesn't want to admit that he really did love me.
Sit on my lap.
You know, and it's fine. Like, my big thing is, why don't you just say for once that you did? And
because he's a narcissist and you have a bad taste in men.
Changed your mind. Because that happens. That's okay. That's okay to change your mind, or that's okay to meet somebody else and fall in a different kind of love and in this deeper love. That's okay. But you're minimizing me and our relationship and the fact that we started this family.
That's a good point. Maybe you shouldn't have had a kid with him. Do.
Elvira offered Meghan Markle some beauty advice after the Duchess of Sussex discussed her hair dye mishap.
Yeah, I love how the AI can't get Elvira right. But they're supposed to replace us.
The horror icon, real name Cassandra Peterson, responded to Meghan's story about a botched DIY dye job in a viral Instagram post. Hey princess, if you ever need beauty advice from a queen, just let me know, she wrote alongside a screenshot. The exchange followed Meghan's revelation during the April 22nd episode of her podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder.
So there's what's going on with this right here? I like this chill music. It's perfect to listen to before I rant.
Former race car driver Danica Patrick, 43, discussed her past relationship with NFL player Aaron Rodgers on May 21st during a segment of the Sage Steele Show. She revealed the pain from their breakup
Sage Steele's such a freaking douchebag.
in 2020, stating the breakup with Aaron in 2020 was the most significant emotional pain she has experienced. Patrick described the suddenness of their split, sharing, "Because it was my life." So, like, when you live with somebody, it's your whole life. She characterized the relationship as emotionally abusive.
Yeah, emotional abuse. I'm not saying it's always this, but a lot of times it's just bad arguments.
Explaining that it wore her down to nothing.
All right. So does that voiceover voice. 856-49-HOPPY. 856-494-6773.
Happy Hot Topic!
Chrissy Teigen makes a surprising plastic surgery reveal after going Instagram Live from a hospital bed.
I don't know why all these women think they need plastic surgery. You look terrible.
It's weird to think about the things that we're most proud of because,
Shut up, honey. You're a bully and a bitch.
as women, we get caught up in our own insecurities all the time.
You're just talking about yourself. It's not all women.
The model easing fan concern, revealing on her stories.
Oh, we're so concerned. All 4 of her fans cared. Shut up.
She underwent a hairline lowering procedure, saying her pregnancies with daughter Luna and son Miles caused her hair to thin out.
Yeah, it's called aging, honey.
You just do things, honestly, do things for you. Do what makes you feel good. Don't
She looks like a sex doll.
do it to impress others or to fit in this box for other people.
Oh, your box. Yeah, because she's a real life sex doll.
Over the years, Chrissy's been an open book about going under the knife.
Yeah, she's not an open book about how she bullies teenagers.
And experimenting with different beauty treatments.
I don't care anymore. Put me to sleep, like your career.
Happy Hot Topic!
This morning, Los Angeles authorities trying to find the dozens of people responsible for hours of chaos and mayhem that
Bunch of losers.
Followed a Memorial Day weekend rooftop party.
Rooftop parties are douchey.
Happened last night was egregious,
Especially if you have Morgan Wallen there.
completely unacceptable.
Police were alerted to the party at an abandoned building Saturday night. A crowd of more than 1,000 people spilling into the street. Partygoers soon hanging from street signs.
Man, you guys are making LA look bad.
Vandalizing businesses and buildings, even tagging this police cruiser with spray paint. Authorities say vandals then disrupted the trains. About 50 people delaying service for 20 minutes, banging on windows and
losers.
Spray painting up and down the cars, some tagging the inside as well. No one was hurt.
I dedicate this sound effect to those people.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt! You make me sick, you big baby! Baby want a bottle? A big dirt bottle?
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppy in the morning.
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppy of Hoppy Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Made out to cotton, girls are sexy, made out to Pepsi. Boys are rotten, made out to cotton, girls are sexy, made out to Pepsi. I lost my bra, I left it in my boyfriend's car. Why did I leave it there? Because I needed to get some air. I lost my bra, I left it in my boyfriend's car. And there he goes, oops, there goes my pantyhose. My boyfriend gave
See, there goes your shirt like sweet. Hey, so what happened? Boom, boom, to the night now. Beep, beep, I'm releasing the night out. Tell the bro, I'm back to my house. What else happened? Man, she left a pair of her pantyhose. Man, out of 50 and still don't know. Well, I've been fighting on, here she go.
We'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. Let's go through all the sponsors right now. I never get freaking podcasts that begin their show with like 7 live reads or sponsors. I'm like, who's listening to that? If I were that sponsor, I'd be pissed off. Well, what do I know? A lot. This following segment has been brought to you by Cheeky Mouth Guards at getcheeky.com. When I tell you it's the best way to quit biting on the side of your mouth, I'm a man of my words. Getcheeky.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 30%. Shimmerwood CBD drinks at shimmerwood.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 30%. GetGoodFeels.com for good vibes THC drinks. Go to GetGoodFeels.com and use promo code HOPPY to save 20%. OldGlory.com for the best t-shirts around. Use promo code HOPPY to save 15%. Garden State Distillery Dirty Vodka. GardenStateDistillery.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 15%. Aspire Green Tea Drinks at AspireDrinks.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Afuera Coffee. AFUERA Coffee.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. FSDrinks.com. For the best boba around, use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Oh, you're looking for the best beef jerky? BigForkBrands.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. And finally, are you looking for a good energy bar? QuantumSquares.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. All of these are on my website, RyanHoppyRadio.com, RyanHoppe Radio.com. I would hope you know how to spell radio. Or it's in my podcast section. So whenever you listen to Happy Hour like you are right now, in the podcast description is all of that. We're going to come back on Happy Hour and keep this party going and going. But let's hear from Hammer and Hank, which you can hear the Hammer and Hank Show with Henry Oakes and Ryan Hoppe on Spotify by searching up Hammerin, HAMMERIN Hank Show, and check it out on his podcast feed.
People with autism are often treated like they are different. Believe me, we are. Hi, this is Henry Oakes, but my buddies may have known me as Hammer and Hank. I was labeled as slow when I started school. Come to find out at the age of 12, the doctors decided I was autistic. Now at the age of 48, I have completed an associate degree in radio broadcasting and worked in the San Francisco Bay Area as an on-air personality. So yes, I am different. People People with autism have no needs, no different than you. Laugh, love, and learn to get an education and join the workforce. I did it, and so can anyone else with autism. So when you meet someone with autism, don't feel sorry for them. Work with them. Find out for yourself that autism isn't a disease, it's a condition. To find out more about autism, please visit autismspeaks.org. Autism Speaks. It's time to listen.
Question: why do Reddit nerds act like podcast downloads are the stock market? Go outside and touch grass. Funk that.
Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Hoppe Hour! Hey, this is Miguel Fuller from the Miguel and Holly Show, and you are listening to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, what's up? It is Kevin Ralston, host of the KVJ Show, and you are listening to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, what's going on? It's Virginia from the KVJ Show at 97.9 WRMF, and you're listening to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
There is no nepotism here. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. We've been ranting for 57 minutes. Let's get some lo-fi vibes. Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. Whatever. I got it.
Hoppe Hour in the air.
That's the plan.
Feel the vibe everywhere. Kick back in your chair.
That's what we do.
Life beyond compare. Hoppe Hour, take it slow. The rhythm's a flow. Catch the beat, feel the glow. Tune in, let it grow. Hoppe Hour, oh yeah.
856
Oh yeah.
49 Hoppe. It's 856-494-6773.
Oh yeah.
You tweeting me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. I'm watching YouTube right now, and they're showing a Tinder commercial, and the guy's holding a box of popcorn. Surprised they didn't do the popcorn blowjob trip. I meant trick. The joke failed.
Hoppe Hot Topic. Today on TMZ.
Okay, we know the prosecution is trying to prove racketeering in the Diddy trial.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. It's all been gossipy about the Diddy trial, but yeah, as much as I think Kid Cudi did it, how are you going to prove, Diddy bombed Kid Cudi's car? How are you going to prove it if there's no camera footage? Because Diddy probably destroyed it.
There is somebody they didn't call, who I called, that could have been their star witness, Suge Knight. Suge was nearly in a gunfight with Diddy. And we know
if Suge Knight is the voice of reason, that's not good.
This from one of his ex-assistants' testimony, but you spoke to Suge from his jail cell.
Did you guys have beef to the point where he might have used those guns, do you think?
If he'd have confronted me and he had a gun, you best believe he was going to have to use it.
Britney Spears was drinking and smoking on a flight.
Yeah, she claims she never drank vodka before. God, is she learn.
And was met by authorities when she landed. We're being told people in her life are very concerned.
The conservative.
Yeah, she's a psychopath.
conservatorship wasn't
And the conservatorship probably was good for her.
working. But that doesn't mean there wasn't a need for it. We talked to one person who said, what was the quote, the Hollywood judge thing?
The judge went so Hollywood, ignoring the medical reports.
You didn't read it right. The judge went so Hollywood.
Can you let her do it then?
Yeah, I should have done it then.
Yeah, that's
What an annoying voice. Sit on my lap.
The University of Maryland had their commencement speaker, Kermit the Frog.
Wow, look at this crowd.
Aw, Kermit. You guys think that's Kermit? Cool?
I love that. It's so bad, dude. What do you want? Somebody giving the same pat. You got to fight the fight. You want looking out on all these crackers.
At my cousin's high school graduation, they had like the smartest girl in the school speak with the highest GPA, and it was like, the world is ours and we'll take it on. And I'm like, good luck with the boomers running it. Stubborn douchebags.
On the TMZ tour, we had a tour guide takeover. We had Good Day LA anchors, Jen Lammers, and Bob.
All right, I don't care about the local news anchors because I don't live in LA.
Happy Hot Topic!
JoJo Siwa still won't call Chris Hughes her boyfriend.
I think JoJo Siwa might be bisexual. Mm-hmm. Why do I think she's bisexual? Because all I've ever dated is bisexual girls, so I am the authority on it.
Despite sharing a kiss during a Mexican getaway, the Dance Moms
blowjobs
made an awkward appearance on British TV's Lorraine on Monday, where she denied
Lorraine
that they were dating. On the show, guest host Allie Peters suggested that the two were an item, prompting Siwa to burst out laughing. Number. It's funny to me how straight up people get these days.
This music in the background is giving me a panic attack,
she said between fits of giggles. Siwa also airily replied when asked if they had discussed being exclusive. Christopher and I have had a lot of chats, but we have never gone into the kitchen and said, my head's not turning in any way. We've never had that version of a chat.
Yeah. You make his head turn back.
She added, referencing his time on Love Island UK.
Whatever. So, yeah. I feel like a lot of people now want to experiment with penis.
Happy Hot Topic!
Uncertainties.
Oh, geez. Listen, any other podcast would have edited this out, but we're having problems here. Oh, geez.
In a world filled with uncertainties, one man dares to conquer popcorn. Yes, it's Joey Chestnut again.
What a mutant. God, I bet when he goes to the bathroom, it's gross.
Breaking records like it's a piece of cake. Or should I say popcorn?
All right, so he ate the most popcorn ever. Good for him. I bet his poop looked gross. Because we all know how that works with corn.
Happy Hot Topic!
3, 2, 1.
This morning, the box office is Stitch Impossible.
Wow, that was a good one.
Thanks to record-smashing Memorial Day weekend at the movies.
Dogs no can talk.
I love Lilo and Stitch. Me and my dad didn't really get along growing up, but he took me to that movie, so I love it. The good memories.
Lilo and Stitch, along with Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, joining forces, surfing to over $532 million combined.
It should be called Mission Impossible: The Semi-Final Reckoning, because they'll probably make 4 more.
Worldwide.
Hey, what are you doing?
The sassy Hawaiian-loving alien and the secret agent rescuing the 2025 movie season.
Man, if you would have told me in 2002 that we'd be making the same movies, because that's when these came out, I know God.
We have to deal with him.
All right, there's that. There is that.
Happy Hot Topic!
Kelly Clarkson's daytime talk show is facing major changes, and
yeah, like her weight loss. She looked better thick.
Behind the scenes, staff members are reportedly worried about their future. As the Kelly Clarkson show undergoes
I would be too.
The shakeup, growing uncertainty has left employees concerned about possible layoffs or...
It's always weird. I don't know anything about it. When you work at companies that have a lot of layoffs and everyone's just walking on eggshells.
Role changes. According to multiple sources, the show's production team has been on edge since NBC Universal announced key changes to how and where the show will be produced. After 4 successful seasons, the show recently moved from Los Angeles to New York City. While the relocation was meant to bring fresh energy and align the show with East Coast celebrity guests and media opportunities,
I'm going to guess it's not happening.
It also created unexpected challenges for crew members. Some longtime staff members were not able to relocate, and
Kelly making it about herself. What's new?
Others who made the move are still
That's why she was divorced and can't find a man.
Unsure about how their roles will evolve. A source close to the production revealed that the transition has caused a lot of tension, and that some team
Kelly does look like she's transitioning with how skinny she is.
members fear they may be replaced or let go altogether as the show retools its staff. The changes come as the Kelly Clarkson show continues to perform well in ratings.
All right, good for you. Yeah, she seems like she never knows what she wants.
Happy Hot Topic!
Typical woman.
Don't expect to see Terry Crews sitting behind the judges' table on America's Got Talent anytime soon.
Why?
The former professional football player turned actor, 56, exclusively told people at a recent red carpet celebrating the show's milestone 20th season that he's most comfortable.
I love when I see 28th season. It's probably been like one a season, two a season, rather. Terrible point, Ryan.
Being the host and, as he described it, a bodyguard for the contestants. That's not my thing, he said of being a judge. I mean, I am 100% the bodyguard of talent, because when I look at all the people that come through here, they just remind me of me. I remember just sitting in Michigan praying one day if I get my shot to come out to LA and make it happen, and they remind me of everything that I've been through, he explained. So I protect it, and I watch them. Crews said he is there to support the contestants, no matter how well they did or didn't do on
Whatever, man. Don't freaking care. I know it drives some people nuts when I end a news clip fast, but I have that saying. You know what my saying is? I think my P1 listeners will know. It's, if I'm bored, you're bored.
Happy Hot Topic!
Former Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel appears to be teasing a 2028 presidential run.
Listen, I could not stand Rahm Emanuel when he was almost the president, when he was the mayor of Chicago. But ever since we've had Lori Lightfoot, and I said we because I'm from there, I'm more from the suburbs. Ever since I had Lori Lightfoot and the scumbag known as Brandon Johnson, he all of a sudden doesn't look so bad. And we need some type of new leadership that's younger for the Liberal Party, because I'm right in the middle, but I would rather have a liberal in office than mutants that are conservatives.
Urging reforms to a Democratic
And I don't want to have J.D. Vance in 2028.
Party he described as weak and woke in an interview with the Wall Street Journal. Emanuel blasted the current Democratic platform as toxic, arguing party leaders need to get back to basics rather than getting dragged into unpopular cultural debates. Emanuel is one of many names in Democratic circles who have been floated as a potential 2028 candidate.
All right, there's that. Who else?
Alongside Minnesota Governor.
I don't need Tim Walz at Beta Mill. I know God.
Tim Walz and former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg. If you want the country to give you the keys to the car, somebody's got to be articulating an agenda that's fighting for America.
Good point. Talks like a scumbag mayor. Because he was one.
Not just fighting Trump, Emanuel said. The American dream has become unaffordable.
I love this. I mean, he's speaking all the speak, but I mean, because he worked with Obama, and that's what Obama did.
Inaccessible, and that has to be unacceptable to us. Emanuel recently returned to the U.S. after serving as U.S. ambassador to Japan under President Joe Biden's administration. In addition to serving as Chicago mayor, Emanuel also worked as President Barack Obama's White House chief of staff and served in Congress representing Illinois.
He is so corrupt, yet the Democratic Party is so bad that I would vote for him. That's when you know things are bad.
Welcome to TMZ Live, Harvey Levin here. Girls here. So Britney Spears came back from Cabo San Lucas last night. Landed
as she is often doing.
Prone to do.
Yes.
And she was on a private jet. I mean, some people call this kind of the Uber of jets, where you can, take a seat on a smaller plane that a company owns. And
it's not always just yourself on it.
And not just yourself on it.
There are other passengers.
But there was an incident that ultimately led...
They're so passive-aggressive towards Britney, but she deserves that. She's a mutant.
To
white trash.
We're told authorities actually giving Britney a stern warning.
Right, because when she landed...
You bad girl!
The flight attendants alerted the authorities to the fact that someone on the plane named Spears had lit up a cigarette.
What a freaking white trash dummy.
There was also drinking going on. Now, the drinking, obviously, on a flight is not a big deal, but...
Yeah, I try not to drink too much on a flight, though, because then I got to pee a lot, and I'm 6'9", and I don't really fit in it.
We raise it here just to say that we know in the past that drinking with Britney has led to some poor decisions.
Well, not just poor decisions.
And also, it's just not healthy for her with the medication.
She's been to rehab.
Right.
And it is a problem. So here's what happens. So she's on the plane, drinking, we're told, and she lights up a cigarette and starts taking puffs. The flight attendant or flight attendants we're told the word was alarmed, that they saw this because you're just not allowed to do that. And she was difficult, but she put it out.
Oh, well, there you go. Let me see what else is there. We're going to talk about her boozing for 10 minutes. I don't really freaking care. What's going on with Suge Knight?
This is so interesting because we're about to show you somebody who maybe should have been a prosecution witness to prove racketeering.
Certainly could have been, and his name did come up during testimony, and that is Suge Knight, the former head of Death Row Records.
He's a scumbag as well.
And he came up, you'll remember, when one of Diddy's ex-assistants talked about a moment where security for Diddy ran in the room and said, Suge Knight is down the road.
Yeah, the assistant went to this place called Mel's Diners, which is on the Sunset Strip, saw Suge Knight there, and then came home with the food.
Well, the security came home.
The security came home with the food.
And said, Suge Knight's down at Mel's Diner, and the way the assistant described it is that Diddy and security guards grab guns, and they
three guns,
and they all go down to Mel's Diner to confront Suge Knight. So we've heard that side of the story.
Oh, jeez.
Suge Knight's side of the story is more about what would have happened.
Now,
and again, he was not called as a witness.
But let me just say, here's why it's important. That racketeering is a charge, and there are some people, and I'll say myself included, on the racketeering charge.
I'm glad you owned that.
I'm just having problems looking at a lot of this as racketeering, classic racketeering.
Yeah.
Here, you have...
It's more of a gossip trial.
This war between Bad Boy and Death Row Records.
Whatever, I don't care anymore. God, I don't care. What's going on? Here.
Everyone was anticipating Kid Cudi's testimony in the Diddy trial because, one, we knew that he had dated Cassie, and we knew that Diddy was not happy about it.
Man, he walked in with that James Dean outfit. Badass beanie.
So we've heard that.
So, gotta love Kid Cudi. Heard he's a douchebag in real life, but you know what? Aren't they all? And he's also mentally ill.
One, we knew that he had dated Cassie, and we knew that Diddy was not happy about it. The allegation about his car being blown up, he believes, by Diddy, was an explosive one, not to make a pun. And he did get into all of that. And by the way, when he got off the stand, there were a lot of people who felt like he was very effective. And
by the way, can I say one other thing that surprised me? I didn't know he filed a police report on the burglary.
Right. On the burglary, he filed a police report. He also said on the stand the investigation into his Porsche being blown up.
Oh, sure.
He said he's never heard anything back about it.
I love these sketch drawings. They're showing the one for Kid Cudi. Looks nothing like him.
As far as he's concerned, the investigation went nowhere, and they never... He made it sound like he felt like there wasn't enough done to find out who was behind it.
Yeah.
So after all that, Cudi got off the stand, and he posted a video where he just thanked all of his fans and said, I really appreciate the support.
It was tough.
This is a really tough thing, but it was important for me to do it, and I appreciate the love and support I'm getting from all of you. I don't think he was speaking to Young Thug.
No.
Because Young Thug's...
Before we get to Young Thug, here's Kid Cudi's video.
Happy Mother's Day to all those awesome moms out there, man. I got a specific list.
All right, that's not the one. Wow. That was an epic fail. All right, what's going on with this moron known as Young Thug?
Not well received.
Young Thug's reaction, damn, Cuddy a rat.
No, he's not. If Cuddy was in the same gang as him, God, Young Thug is so stupid. Shut up. You almost went back to prison for literally tweeting about crimes. You're a stupid moron.
Oh, well.
Why did he put LOL in? I don't.
Because he doesn't have the guts to just tweet it. Whenever you put LOL, that means you're afraid to fully insult somebody. It's like when you say, oh, I love you, but...
I don't get the LOL part of that. I'm really serious. It's like, if you're really saying that...
It does seem...
Man, me and Harvey think alike.
Very, very strange.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into that and some other things that happened in court yesterday with our good friend Teray.
All right, okay. Let me see what we got here. What's going on with this mutant?
Well, as expected, Jussie Smollett celebrating the fact that the ordeal over...
Well, yeah, because that dirty, rotten bitch known as Kim Fox helped him get off.
The alleged hate crime, the hoax, is...
I'm glad they said hoax.
Over now, completely in his rearview mirror, because as we told you yesterday, we broke the story.
You remember when he claimed he got beat up in -5-degree weather in a very liberal part of Chicago where it was said this is MAGA country? Stupid.
About the settlement that he made with the city of Chicago on the civil lawsuit that they had filed, trying to get back the money they had spent investigating the whole hate crime.
They were asking for around $130,000 the city wanted Jussie to pay it. And they were fighting. And Jussie said, I am not going to pay that money because I did nothing wrong. And the city folded.
So they reached the settlement. He paid $50,000 to a charity of his choice, not the city's. And the city
got zipped.
Got nothing. I still don't know how that worked. I guess we said settlement because...
Whatever. Fuck Jussie, whatever your name is. Honestly, I'm glad I said it wrong, you scumbag.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Happy Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Since Hoppe's Hoops, which is NBA coverage, is up next, here's Allen Iverson, the answer with Jules.
Yo, it's boogie time, so come on, let's swing it, alright? I be the show, make a room, shaking it down. I be the nigga with a high profile. Everybody come on, we be the shakers with a crazy style. Showing everybody how to enjoy a crazy wild. One time rocking to the side, chilling women everywhere. I be the big dime, swinging the hospital, super jigger.
Baby, come on, you better rockin' with me. I be the hot shot player from Norwood to Malino, making everybody scream, making everybody dance. I'm the king of the swing.
And we be rocking it dead, cause we're the place stopping top 10, shocking the world.
Cause we're the flow, shook his speed, make us rockin' the city.
Jet, super nigga on the set, hanging out, man, nigga showing love, simple figures.
Yo, I'm Merc when I jet with Caribbean connected. Yo, baby, don't trip, hit the club up type shit.
We be smoking a cigar, so the Spanish top bells, rocking non-stop, party everywhere, another party over there.
Mad skills with the homies on the dance floor, mad roll. Man, it said it goes with the banjo.
Josh rockers, I flip my squad, shocking superstars, on the way to the top, we representing Norway. Check it out, enjoy the quality down, we living life to the fullest, y'all swing out, stop around.
rhyme ragtime, sugar dime, jungle fever, game tight, boogie nights, moving in for the kill. We be the one in a mill.
We be the top plays, prime lays, raving the world.
Put a sugar from the top, non-stop hip-hop.
We be the hot tip, shaking everybody with a chop shit. Bomb hits, neighborhood rocks, that's for the dough.
Picture me on the dance floor, booging everybody down. Be the dance, keep surprising everybody with a jam. Every time I do my thing, you gotta swing it with me.
We taking over your mind, cause we're the jiggers with a baseline. Shaking it high, cause we the blaze, silent tide, the bomb, man.
Come on.
That's not a jewels in my life.
Yeah.
There's a party going on. That's not a jewels in my life. Now it's pretty tight. That's not a jewels in my life. There's a party going on now. Boogie time.
Come on.
Boogie time.
Show me now.
Boogie time.
Jig it, jig it.
Boogie time.
Yeah, come on, come on, come on, come on. Up 10 on the rag, yo. Boogie with a bang, yo. Swing it 24, pump more until you fly, yo.
Whatever.
Swing it, baby.
Why do radio executives talk about innovation, but they're still running segments from 2005? Funk that.
Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Hoppe Hour!
Hey, what's up? It's Babs from Wild 94.1, the afternoon diva. Shout out my guy Ryan Hoppe. Make sure you tune in to Hoppe Hour, the best 60 minutes of your life.
Yo, what's going on? It's Joey Franchise, Poppy Shampoo from Wild 94.1, and you're listening to Hoppe Hour.
Hey, this is Meredith from O and the Freak Show on Wild 94.1 in Tampa Bay, and you're listening to Hoppe Hour.
Hey, it's MJ from the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM Tampa Bay, and you're listening to the Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, this is Southside Steve out of Atlanta, Georgia, host of the Yet Come On Show podcast, and you're listening to the Hoppe Hour with my friend Ryan Hoppe, fellow radio rock god.
People often argue over Android versus iPhones, but the real debate should be middle-aged Gen X morning shows versus Hoppe Hour. Guess who wins? We will let you decide. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Go. Ryan Hoppe on the mic, breaking down the scenes, NBA drama, living out the dreams, ex-wives wildin', stories about the queens, dropping knowledge bombs, all in on the schemes. Hoppe's loose, man, he knows it all, from scandals to the court, rise and fall. Tune in, now you'll have a ball. Hoppe Hour got that shock and awe.
Whoa! Hoppe Hot Topic!
Anthony Edwards struggled to get shots off in the Game 4 loss versus the Thunder.
Yeah, the Thunder really guarded him.
He only took 2 shots in the first half, finished the game 5-13 as the Timberwolves face a 3-1 deficit, and here's what he had to say after the loss.
In your mind, what happened tonight? How did you see it?
He's not so cocky now, is he?
They outplayed us, out-rebounded us, got more than 50-50 balls. They wanted a little more.
Did they do anything different to you to keep the scoring up?
Yeah, it seemed like they went back to how they was playing game 1 and 2. Excuse me?
All right, that microphone's terrible. Who cares?
Happy hot topic!
You would think the media would bring better microphones, but whatever.
The Oklahoma City Thunder have taken a 3-1 series lead versus the Minnesota Timberwolves and are 1 win away from the NBA Finals. And after winning Game 4, they landed back in Oklahoma at 3 a.m. in the morning and were greeted by their fans.
Because there's nothing else to do in Oklahoma City. I'm surprised SGA wasn't fouled getting off the plane. Annoying. I first was like hating on Oklahoma City Thunder and SGA, and I was like, I don't want to be one of those old heads that's so negative. I'm like, whatever. All right, I'm just skipping through the cheers. Let's see here. Is there anything else?
And SGA had a pretty good reaction to that Timberwolves fan that caught the ball courtside to give the Timberwolves more time at the end of Game 4.
Yeah, that was freaking weird. Stupid Minnesota people. Yeah, he kind of just pointed at the guy. Not that interesting. This next one's awkward.
Happy hot topic!
Trust me, I know about awkward.
The Knicks won Game 3 versus the Pacers to now trail the series 2-1, and OG Anunoby had the shortest press conference after the game.
Nobody asked him anything.
Who's first?
Oh,
Does anybody get asked?
Man, people don't know anything in New York City. They're stupid. He's looking around like, why is no one asking me anything? Gets up and walks away. Stupid media. If it's not Brunson or Cat, we don't know anything. Morons.
And you already know OG was probably one of the only NBA players to not be bothered about not getting asked a single question. But the Knicks become the first
why Leonard's like, can that happen to me?
Team in playoff history to come back from 3 20-point deficits. And
it's crazy how there's all these like 20-point deficits where you're coming back from 20 points. Remember like 10 years ago, that was like unbeatable. Like once you were up 20, that was it.
And win the game.
Now there's no defense. And then this headline's stupid, making Indiana look bad.
And Pacers fans before Game 3 had an interesting tactic with the parking situation. They were charging Knicks fans $100 compared to Pacers fans $20. But here's the Knicks fans' thoughts after the Game 3 win.
Knicks and 6, cool guys. New York City sucks. New York City sucks. If your city's so great, why do you leave frickin' New York City to go to Florida? All right. Also from the Pacers news, Tyrese Halliburton's dad got in trouble. Remember when he was like bothering Giannis after the Pacers won the series? Well, his dad is set to return only at home games for the Pacers. And Sean Kemp pleads guilty to assault charge and parking lot shooting case. Yeah, Sean Kemp seems like somebody you don't want to mess with. What's going on here?
Happy hot topic!
Demi Lovato and Jordan Jutes Lutz have tied the knot.
I didn't know she was into guys anymore.
The actress and her partner got married in California on Sunday, May 25th after nearly 3 years together. The couple first went public in August 2022. They met months earlier in January while working together on the singer's album, Holy...
He kind of looks like Trace Cyrus. And what's the name of the song?
January while working together on the singer's album, Holy...
Perfect. It's so edgy. Almost as edgy as the book name, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Vogue. On Sunday, Demi's stunned, walking down the aisle in a Vivienne Westwood
she's stunned.
gown, telling the magazine, "When I was thinking about what dress style I wanted, I often found myself coming back to Vivienne's designs, specifically how the silhouettes really complement the curves in your body and her use of
Gosh, she got a nice ass chest.
corsets." According to Vogue, the creation of the dress took
Sit on my lap. That was the longest one ever.
5 fittings, and the 32-year-old changed into another Vivienne Westwood gown for the reception, which featured
God, you know she has so much trauma though.
pearls on the corset.
Probably takes a lot of trauma dumps.
There was so much attention to detail in the reception dress beading, Demi explained to the magazine, adding, "The pearl detail and draping is such a special element, and each strand was draped and attached by hand, one by one. It's a one-of-a-kind piece that makes me feel so special." Exclusive photos obtained by People magazine showed that the singer and her now husband opted for a stunning outside ceremony in Santa Barbara.
Whatever. Hopefully the marriage works. Because I don't think she can handle many more breakups or it's back to heroin.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Sean Diddy Combs back in court for week 3 of his...
Yeah, this case that we don't get to see because of the sketch artist being A, terrible at drawing, and B, these stupid federal cases don't have cameras, which I don't like.
Sex trafficking and racketeering trial in New York City. Maintaining his innocence as an ex-assistant takes the stand with damning testimony.
They're showing pictures of that assistant. Man, she's got like dead eyes. Like, you know, she's seen things.
The prosecution may have been trying to make an argument for the kidnapping, which is part of the bigger criminal enterprise racketeering charge that Combs is facing.
Capricorn Clark on the stand Tuesday, claiming the music mogul kidnapped her in 2011.
Sounds on brand with him.
Taking her to Kid Cudi's home, which she claims he broke into, matching the rapper's own testimony from last week.
He described seeing gifts that were unwrapped and that his dog was locked away in the bathroom. So he believed that someone had broken into his house.
Probably did.
And he testified that he believed that person was Sean Combs.
Over the weekend,
I'm wondering what goes on in the courtroom that doesn't get reported outside.
And Diddy's legal team reportedly asked the judge to throw out part of Cudi's testimony about Diddy allegedly bombing his car.
Yeah, like if there's no proof, it's kind of hard to prove it's him. Like we know it's him, but in a court of law, there's no proof.
The defense pointed out that there was no forensic evidence, no video evidence of Sean Combs being a part of that break-in, and then more importantly, that Molotov cocktail that was thrown inside Kid Cudi's Porsche 911. And I think when we think about where is the racketeering, where is the criminal conspiracy, part of the criminal conspiracy lays out arson as one of the elements. So this is possibly being able to show the arson.
Whatever.
Capricorn, who worked for Diddy from 2004 until 2020, also claimed to have heard him make threats on rap rivals Suge Knight and 50 Cent.
Yeah, you know, 50 Cent's a bigger man than you'll ever be, you pussy.
All while detailing the hostile work environment that another former assistant, George Kaplan, testified about in court last week.
I'm not comparing morning radio to Diddy, but I mean, the only thing that's similar is they cheat on their wives too. But man, when you're working in a toxic environment, it's no good.
I think what was interesting for jurors to hear, though, is for him to talk about sort of this violence that he saw and this rage that he describes Combs having.
Capricorn told jurors she was forced to take lie detector tests as an employee.
Yeah, it's no good.
Alleging she was held against her will for...
I remember Calta wanted me to take one. Like, shut up, you take one, bud.
Days on end until the results were to Diddy's liking. All while allegedly suffering physical abuse at the hands of the embattled star.
All right, so there's that. There's this sad headline.
I'm still floating on cloud 9. I believe it's the big man upstairs. Honestly, I'm not ready. I have a lot to look forward to.
2 years after her near-death experience, Olympic icon Mary Lou Retton arrested and charged with DUI.
Man, I don't get these rich people that just don't get Ubers or Lyfts. Come on now.
I have my highs and lows.
Yeah, you do.
ET can confirm the 57-year-old Texas resident was taken into custody in Fairmont, West Virginia, her birthplace, on May 17th. According to court docs, police were notified of a Porsche with Texas plates driving all over the roadway. Officers say when they found Mary Lou, she had a screw-top bottle of wine in her passenger seat. She allegedly smelled like alcohol, was slurring her words, and failed a sobriety test.
Do you know who I am?
Today, she's out on $1,500 bond with a court appearance pending. E.T. has reached out for comment.
Yeah, they probably don't want to hear from you.
It hasn't sunken in yet that I won. I won the Olympics.
We first met the champion gymnast in 1985, the year after she became the first American female to win gold in the Olympic all-around competition.
When I did the vault and I got the 10, a lot of people, what, did you cry? I couldn't cry. You cry when you're sad. I was so happy.
God, he sounds stupid.
But in recent years, Mary Lou has been under a lot of stress. In 2018, she and her husband of nearly 30 years, Shannon Kelly, split. E.T. was at the wedding in 1990.
All right, there you go. Do I want to play one more song or do I want to end the show? Let me think. We literally have nothing else to talk about. So let's end this show. Talk to you tomorrow.
TikTok, Toxic playing cruel pranks. Hoppy's hour almost done. Feels like robbery in banks. Ryan Hoppe on the mic, dropping wisdom in streams. Syndicated sorrow, now it's time to shatter dreams. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilted rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. But the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shout-outs hit the street. But soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Phone lines buzzing, but the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shout-outs hit the street. But soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Oh, life's just so unfair. Every night like clockwork to a show. Now it's time to face the silence like a TV on snow. Ryan Hoppe held the mic with humor so divine. The void left in our hearts wider than a canyon line. Empty speakers, silent vibe, but coming to an end like a roller coaster stopping round the river's bend. Hoppe's jokes and jabs, these our daily grind. Now silence louder than the thoughts we can't rewind. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. The Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair.
Happy hour. Happy hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
And like that, he's gone.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
I'll kick you in the nuts and we'll call it a day.
Happy hour is now over. Happy hour is now over. Game over. This concludes our broadcast day. Good night and God bless America.
Doors closing.